Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today's recipe is this delicious ogbono soup. This recipe is very simple and quick to prepare. You don't have to spend too much to make this soup, trust me. So first I'm going to start by adding some meat into the pot, and I'm using beef and goat meat. I added some pepper, onion, seasoning cube and salt. I'm going to stir this, cover and allow it to simmer without adding water to it for 10 to 15 minutes. And you can use any choice of protein when making your soup. Like I said earlier, you don't have to spend too much to make the soup. So let me list out the other ingredients to be using for this soup. And I have some palm oil, ogbono which is already grounded, fresh pepper, dried prawn, vegetable leaf, that is pumpkin leaf. I have some dried hake fish which is known as panla fish in Nigeria, and some crayfish powder, seasoning cube and salt. So I usually do this whenever I'm using dried prawn. I separate the head from the body and then add the head to the mortar and pound till smooth. The reason why I do this is because it adds a lot of taste to the food when you do it this way than throwing it into the pot just like that. So now that I'm done separating it, I'll pound the head of the prawn. Now back to the pot where the meat was cooking. I opened, and this is after 15 minutes. I'll go in with the dried hake fish or panla fish, added the prawn, washed it before adding it, and then added some water. Now there's no particular measurement for this water. I just added enough water to match up the ingredients I have. Usually that is how we cook our food here. We do not have any particular measurement. I'm going to stir, cover and allow that to cook for another 15 minutes. And while that was cooking, I'm going to be mixing the ogbono. I added some palm oil to the ogbono. This is one very way to mix your ogbono, especially when you're not frying it. So the oil was not enough and I added the remaining one because I didn't add all. I added it and then stirred to mix properly. And like I said before, no particular measurement. You just have to use the quantity of oil that will not be too much for the ogbono you have. You have to achieve that by adding the oil gradually if it's your first time, so that you don't make mistake. And I'm using pumpkin leaf, popularly known as ugu leaf in Nigeria. I'm going to chop this and set it aside. So this is after 15 minutes. I opened the pot and then I added the ogbono that I mixed just now into the pot. And once I added that, I'm going to go in with crayfish powder. So let me tell you one secret. Always use lots of crayfish whenever you're making your ogbono soup, especially when you feel like you don't have much protein in it. It takes your soup from 0 to 100, trust me. Like I said earlier in this video, you don't have to spend too much to make your soup tasty. You just have to know the right ingredients to add to your soup. And always remember to stir whenever you're making your soup so it doesn't get burnt. And after about 5 minutes, I opened, added some salt and seasoning cube because I tasted and I needed some. Now this is the head of the prawn that I pounded earlier. I'm going to add it, added some water again to loosen up the soup a little because it was a little bit thick. I'm going to stir it properly, tasted again and everything was fine. I'm going to cover this and allow it to cook for just 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I opened and I added the vegetable leaf, stirred and allowed it to just cook for 1 minute, and I turned off the heat. You don't want that vegetable to overcook, guys. And that is it. Our ogbono soup is ready. It tasted so good. Pair with any swallow of choice. For me, I paired with plantain fufu. And by the way, I have a video coming up on how to make plantain fufu. So subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on that recipe. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to like, leave a comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye.